Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Khloe Kardashian, things are getting weirder and weirder, and we are now starting to figure out exactly why you are jealous of Kourtney. Or actually, should I say the reason why you and Kourtney have fallen out, y'all? I don't know what's going on with Khloe. I don't know if she's in like a Kim Kardashian bubble and she doesn't realize just how crazy she comes across. But Khloe is doing the most, and we now have proof that the number one reason why she wasn't vibing with Kourtney is because she is dead jealous. In the Keeping Up with Kardashians recap, it is uploading, you guys. Don't worry, it's going to be up today, okay? I'm going to review it, make sure that you guys watch it because you know I'm going to pick apart and drag it, right? Also, hit that like and subscribe button if you have a chance, okay? But anyway, you guys think about this, okay? Khloe actually said that the reason he's so mad is that Kourtney is always busy either with Travis or her kids. And she said, but I went and said she thinks Kourtney doesn't have time for her. But Khloe also said, but you know what? I don't blame you because I would be too. I would be too. Girl, you have a newborn baby. You have True. The only problem is, right? Khloe basically admitted that when Kourtney was going through things with Scott, always miserable, always crying, Scott wasn't around, she had all this time, Khloe was 100% fine with that because Kourtney had so much time for her. She also said, right? She also said that at the end of the day, she feels like Kourtney abandoned her while she was going through the surrogate process. And when she had the baby, literally said that Kourtney didn't check on her. Kourtney tried to be nice, but basically, babe, she was being diplomatic because she was like, one, you acted like you had buyer's remorse and did not want that baby, right? We're talking about Khloe and that new baby. Khloe said it herself. She didn't want the baby. She felt it was transactional. She wanted to let the surrogate go home with the baby. She felt like Tristan had tricked her into having a child, and there was no turning back from it. But at the end of the day, Kourtney pointed out, babes, I was going through my own journey. I thought I had 7 eggs retrieved. Because she had some of her eggs frozen in her 30s. She found out because she was wasting all this time with Scott. She found out that when her and Travis were ready to have a family, Mama found out that none of those eggs were viable. Kourtney then embarked on IVF. She said it put her in early menopause. It hurt her body. There were all these things going on. Kourtney was in her own struggle. And I can understand that it's heartbroken, right? You find the love of your life. You're like, great, let's have a baby. Kourtney says they want something they can create together. And you're like, yo, let's have a baby. Okay? All's good. Happy ending. Only you found out, even though you have 3 beautiful kids you love, that you wasted your prime fertile years chasing after a man, Scott, we're talking about, that publicly played you and literally yelled at you and disrespected you when you told him that you were pregnant with Rain. When you told him you were pregnant with Penelope, he did the same thing. Low-key, he wasn't even that happy about when she got pregnant with Mason. Now, I know Scott loves his children. He's had his up and downs, in and out of rehab and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, Kourtney never got that fantasy. She never got that fantasy of a mom and dad so happy to have life growing through them. And Kourtney knows what type of father Travis is. He is obsessed with his children. He's obsessed with her children. And she just wants that fantasy, that happy ending where, you know, I'm making a life and I finally have a man that wants a bit pregnancy, encourages me, likes when my body gets curvy. Remember she said that Scott kept her scary skinny? Cut to Khloe, right? And Travis has done a million interviews saying he doesn't care what he has to do. He wants the baby. He wants to make life with Kourtney. Kourtney actually might be looking into IVF, and not IVF, but surrogacy in a little bit. But I think Kourtney wants that whole experience, okay, if she can have it. But they said they'll be happy for a baby because they want to make something together. Okay, so what is the problem with that? Well, you guys, the problem is Khloe finds herself in the exact opposite situation. Khloe likes to act like Tristan tricked her into having the baby. Maybe he did. At the end of the day, you have someone that abandons you when you're pregnant, doesn't care about you, They have an open relationship, but it's only one side open because Khloe is not allowed to see anyone else. On top of that, her and Kim, misery loves company. Kim wasn't checking for Khloe when she was married to Kanye. As a matter of fact, Kim was the one that told you you look like Boo Boo the Fool when you were walking around in pink, pregnant with True in Japan. Kim has never really saw it for Khloe. It's only when Khloe's face got chopped and screwed, right, that she decided that she had some sympathy or she wanted to be there for Khloe. So what does that mean, right? At the end of the day, it does seem like Khloe's root issue with Kourtney is she can't stand to see Kourtney happy. Now, I know Kourtney is her sister and she probably loves her. Kourtney did an interview when she said that they're always going to ride out together as sisters. But as far as actually being there for one another, Khloe can't deal. She can't relate. Side note, I do want to say this. Remember when Khloe first had that baby? Khloe, if you guys didn't know, watch my video. She did she on Keeping Up the Kardashians. She said that she feels weird. How come nobody ever warned her about surrogacy? What is it? The fact that she wouldn't feel any bonding or connected to that child. And I did share some theories that some people said that that baby has Khloe's original face and she doesn't know what to do with it. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that she only was having a baby for Tristan. And once she figured out that Tristan wasn't going to be a part of that party, she doesn't really have much need for the baby. Imagine that Khloe is always stunting on Marley about, yeah, look, I got the perfect family. I got the man you want, this and that. Marley must be looking at Khloe like, and baby, I got the love for my child that you wish you had, or maybe you didn't, because how hard is it? You know how to love on True. How hard is it to love on the new baby? But at the end of the day, it really does hurt Khloe to see not only Kourtney so happy, but Kourtney's life being filled with so much love that she feels like that she can't relate to her misery. So you're with Kim. Imagine the fact of your sister telling you when you finally found the love of your life after being dogged for years, right? That I feel like, your husband who loves you is always around. What is this issue you actually have with Travis? Why can't he be around? But you guys, there's something even more interesting with that. Because at the end of the day, as much as Khloe likes to preach love and life, it seems like she's in a very, very dark place. And that dark place might just be a pit of self-pity, a pit of self-loathing, but also a pit of entitlement and selfishness. I don't care what you guys say. I really don't. I mean, I do. Let me know in the comments respectfully. But I mean in regards of my mind cannot be changed. That Khloe's pit of selfishness with the way she views the world is so deep that you actually went on TV and said that you had buyer's remorse with the baby, that you didn't bond with the baby, and that you didn't feel close to the baby. And it's taking you time. Now, some people said it's a storyline. I don't think so. I think that one of Khloe's biggest things, which makes her fodder for narcissists, is the fact that she's so self-involved. Let's not forget when Tristan's mom passed away. Khloe made that about her. Kourtney finds the love of her life. Khloe made that about her. This new baby was born. Yes, you are, put it like this. Khloe is always mad at everybody except the person she should be mad at. You're mad at Kourtney because she doesn't have time for you. Why don't you go talk to Tristan? Because I guarantee you, if Tristan was coming home at night, you wouldn't care what Kourtney was doing or where she was. You're literally making articles and doing sit downs about how basically you resent your own child, but you're still talking about Tristan is your best friend. How do you have so much resentment that a child is on this earth, but Tristan's your best friend? Tristan is the reason that you couldn't bond because you didn't go through that journey. You had a fantasy that this would keep the man, and it didn't do anything. Again, Khloe's selfishness in the way her feelings need to be soothed so much. You have all the smoke for everybody in your life. All right? You have all this smoke for everybody in your life. Everybody except for Tristan. Everybody except for Tristan. Khloe can get it. Kim's not going to get it because Kim is not going for that. Kourtney can get it. The baby can get it. I'm waiting for it to come on True. to come to True, right? But maybe that's the reason she feels so happy about True, is because Tristan dotes on her and she sees a way to reel Tristan back in. Again, y'all, it's really sick and sad that Khloe actually did an interview basically saying that the reason she is jealous of Kourtney is the fact that Kourtney's too happy. Kourtney doesn't have time to be miserable with her. And she feels like when Khloe was out there getting drunk every night when the baby got born. So I know, remember the baby got born, everybody was like, why is Khloe out every day? Shouldn't she be home with her newborns? And some of y'all was like, what y'all talking about? Mother's got the right to go out. And we said, okay, yeah, you're right. Mothers do have the right to go out. But at the end of the day, do you want to go out as a new mother? Don't you want to be home with the baby? The baby just got here. The baby was born via surrogacy. Don't you want to bond with your baby? Well, now we see why she was out acting a fool. Because no, she didn't. She did not. And while she was out acting a fool, she throwing Kourtney to the wolves. Talking about, what about me? What about me? And Kourtney is just looking at her like, girl, what about you? What about me? What about coming into my life? We're happy over here. I'm sorry that makes you feel less down. I'm sorry you really want somebody you can talk to that really understands what you're going through. But girl, I went through this. I can guide you through. This is what Kourtney's saying to Khloe. But Khloe don't want that. She want to stay boo-boo the fool with Tristan. And girl, go ahead and let you. But yeah, like Kourtney says, your sister, I'll always ride out with you to the end. But at the end of the day, this is just superficial. This is shallow. And I will see y'all over there. Y'all listen, let me know what you think about these confessions that Khloe and Kourtney are making. Let me know, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.